Hi, I am Judy Madulara and this is my video presentation for Numerical Method Laboratory Plate 1 Activity 1. So here is my data. This is the density determination using pictometer and sucrose solution. So as you can see in this data, we have the concentration of sucrose solution percent by weight, and we have these concentrations 0, 1, 5, 10, 25, 30, and 40. And on the other side of the table, we have the density at 20 degrees Celsius. In order this data to put into vector in MATLAB, we have to assign a variable. So in this case, I've assigned x as the concentration of the sucrose solution. And the code will be x equals sign, this open square bracket, the concentrations which are 0, 1, 5, 10, 25, 30, and 40, and close square bracket. I will put this semicolon symbol to suppress the output of this code and also to prevent confusion on my side. Then enter. Same goes in the y direct. In the variable y, I have assigned the density at 20 degrees Celsius. These are y equal sign, open bracket, and the concentrations, the density at 20 degrees Celsius, 1, again the semicolon to suppress the output and to prevent the long list on this window command. And then to plot this data, we have to just type on the word plot for the 2D line plot, and then the variable you want to put on the x-axis, which in my case I want to put the concentration on the sucrose solution x, and on the y-axis is the density which in the y variable, and also to modify the data point we just type on the in the line specification, which comma, then open it with single quote and the symbol we want to assign on your data point. In my case, I use asterisk, then close it with single quote and the close parenthesis. Then press enter. And as you can see in the figure 1, we have this graph. We have this graph from our vector inputted. And also, we have to put the title, adding the title. Just type title and then the single quote to create the character vector and the title you want on the graph. So in my case, we have the density versus the concentration, and I would like to call that a density versus concentration graph. Then close it with single quote and the parenthesis. So in the figure, we have this title. And we also need to put the labels on x-axis and y-axis. So on x-axis, label x. Just type x label, then open parenthesis and also the single quote. And in the x, as we can see here, the x-axis is the concentration of the sucrose solution. Close with single quote and close parenthesis. And we have to continue the y label the y-axis. We have to code it with y label, then open parenthesis, the single quote, and the name you want to put on the y-axis, which it is the 20 density at 20 degrees Celsius. Close it with single quote and close parenthesis. And tada! In the figure 1, we have this graph. We have the title, we have the label on the y-axis and the label on the x-axis. So this resulting graph is called the calibration curve. It shows the straight line relationship between the density of the solution and the concentration of the solute. A calibration curve can be used to determine the concentration of solute in an unknown solution whose density has been measured. So in this graph, it shows that the density is proportional to the concentration. And that would be all. Thank you.